In this lesson, I'll show you how to use the Dlookup function in the design view of a query to look up a related value in a separate table. I'll start by coming up here and just creating a new query in design view. And I'm going to go ahead and pull in the products table. And I'm going to bring in the product name and the supplier ID. When I click the Run button, you'll see the current product name and you'll see the product, or rather the supplier ID for the supplier who supplies this product. Back in design view, instead of the supplier ID, I'd like to see the actual supplier from the suppliers table, that is the company name from the supplier. So I'll select this and delete it. I'm going to come out here and show my table again, and I'm going to go ahead and bring in the suppliers table. And if they're not joined up already, you could just click on the supplier ID and hook it up to the supplier ID and suppliers. I'm going to bring in the company name from the suppliers table, and because they're related, where any supplier ID here matches the supplier ID here, it's going to go ahead and grab this company name field and drop it in. And this is what I end up with, and this is what people will do most often to pull in a field from another table. But you could use the Dlookup function instead. I'm going to go ahead and just remove this table. Might come out here and do something like this. I'll go ahead and type in the Dlookup function, and the way this beast works is it says, first of all, I'm just going to give it a label. I'll call it lookup : to give it a name like a field name, and then I use Dlookup, D-L-O-O-K-U-P, and an open parentheses. I'm going to come out here in quotes. I'm going to include and say include the field company name from the table suppliers, where the supplier ID in the table suppliers equals the supplier ID here in the current table, and that will do the lookup for you. Notice how this is in double quotes and this is in double quotes, and the syntax here is supplier ID equals is in double quotes with the ampersand connecting the supplier ID field from the products table. And when you do it this way, you come out here and run your query. You'll get the same thing out here. It just looks it up right across the board. So it's just another way to do this without actually pulling in the actual table and plugging it up.